Whenever I would say I'm Iranian, other people would automatically think that I'm Arab. Hey Amir codes, welcome to a new episode of Talks with Amir. I'm your host, Amir, and today we're going to be talking about 8 stereotypes that Iranians absolutely hate. Before we get started, thanks to everyone who voted Amir codes as our family name. I think it's a really dope name. I'm really glad that we finally have a family name, Amir codes. I love you guys so much. Let's get right into the video. Alright, so the first stereotype I want to talk about is that some people think Iranians are Arab, and no, that's not entirely true. Iran is actually made up of diverse ethnicities. The largest ethnic group in Iran are Persians. However, there are people with dozens of other ethnicities living in Iran, such as Azeris, Kurds, Arabs, Baluchs, Gilaks, Lors, who make up over a third of Iran's total population. So Iranians are not all Arabs. Please remember this, because I remember when I moved here to Canada, whenever I would say I'm Iranian, other people would automatically think that I'm Arab or that I speak Arabic, and I'm like, no. Okay, my ethnicity is Persian and I speak Persian. Thank you very much. Anyway, this brings me to the second stereotype, and that's people think that the official language of Iran is Arabic when it's actually not. So in case you guys didn't know, the official language of Iran is Persian. However, there are other regions in Iran that speak different languages, and Arabic as well, which is mostly spoken in the southern region of Khuzestan. But yeah, the official language of Iran is Persian. Okay, the third stereotype personally really annoys me. It's when people say, watch out, don't go to Iran, it's really dangerous. I honestly think many media outlets or even people who tell you, oh, don't go to Iran because it's dangerous or whatever, I really don't think they've ever been to Iran, or they're just saying that for diplomatic reasons and not actual concern of your safety. I myself was born in Iran and I've been to Iran so many times, and all the tourists there seem to really enjoy it. In fact, when I was in Iran in 2015, we met an elderly Australian couple. They didn't know much Persian or Farsi, but because I could speak English, I was able to communicate them, and we actually invited them for dinner and had tea together. So it was really amazing, and they really seemed to enjoy their time in Iran. With that being said, I'm not saying Iran is completely safe and it's the safest country in the world. I'm just saying it doesn't deserve all the hate that it's getting or the stereotype that it's really dangerous there. It's really not, and if you've ever visited Iran, please let me know in the comments below what your experience was. I really want to read them, and it's useful for other people to know if it's actually a dangerous country or if you enjoyed your time in Iran or not. Alright, the fourth stereotype is that some people think Iranians hate Western people. It's really complicated. On one side, you have people chanting death to America, but that does not at all apply to the ordinary people living in the West. In fact, many Iranians are extremely welcoming and hospitable towards people of the West who are visiting. I always hear many stories of tourists in Iran getting invited for dinners, or just randomly taking a tourist from Iran to your house for tea. And honestly, that is so amazing. I've seen that happen in front of my own eyes. I think it's beautiful. Like, whether you're Iranian or not, I think that quality of making people feel welcome and being hospitable towards them is an absolutely amazing feeling. Alright, the fifth stereotype that I absolutely hate is that there's nothing to see or do in Iran. Every time I go to Iran, there's so many places to visit, so many things to see, and so many things to learn. The north of Iran has amazing natural scenery, such as Jadeh Chalus, which is an amazing road to travel, and other places in Iran, such as Isfahan, has amazing architecture which has lasted over hundreds of years. Honestly, it's absolutely amazing. I'll show you guys some pictures. So this place is called Meidun Imam, or Naqsh Jahan Square. It's literally over 400 years old, and fun fact, people used to play polo in this field when the sport was first discovered. Here's a picture of Shomal, which is the north of Iran. So yeah, Iran is not just a desert. I know some people think that. If you guys do have the chance, I really recommend you to visit Iran, and if you have any questions, you can always message me on Instagram. My Instagram is right here. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Okay, so the sixth stereotype is also really annoying. I've heard this so many times when I was a young boy, and it's that, do people ride magical flying carpets or donkeys and camels in Iran? The answer is no, we do not ride flying magical carpets, donkeys, or camels. If you think Iranians ride donkeys and camels, please go ahead and check out the Instagram page, The Rich Kids of Tehran. It will really change your perspective. With that being said, there are still really heavy sanctions on Iranians, yet we've been able to make considerable progress in the fields of science and technology. I really hope this situation gets better, and you never know, maybe one day we're gonna be flying with magical carpets. I think that would be pretty cool. Okay, so the seventh stereotype is that women in Iran are oppressed and they're basically invisible and uneducated. I can honestly say that despite what you might see on media, women in Iran still have jobs, they can drive in Iran, They can even dress to some extent the way they want to. Yeah, they do have to put on the scarf, but it's not like everyone has like a niqab and their whole body is covered. The last time I was in Iran, most of the women just had a regular scarf. Their hair was still showing and they wore something we called a manto. I'll put a picture of it right here. So it's not like a abaya or like a chadur which covers your whole entire body. And women in Iran obviously have rights as well. Those are the reasons why I think they're not oppressed. Obviously, I'm not saying it's completely fair, and I think in every country there's always a fight for equal rights. But Iranian women have been educated since 1907. Many of them are very smart and renowned mathematicians, scientists, and medical doctors. So shout out to all Iranian women. Again, I'm not saying it's completely fair, but I also disagree with people who say women in Iran are completely oppressed and uneducated. Alright, last but not least, the 8th stereotype is that Persians are uneducated. I could not disagree with this statement anymore. If you watch my videos, you'd know that Persian parents or the Persian culture in general holds education really high. Many Iranian students go on to study higher education. They'll even move out of the country to get a better education. So education is really important to Iranians. Obviously, speaking within Iran, it could be a little different because there's not as many resources. Honestly, it's really sad. But with that being said, it still does not mean that Iranians are uneducated. We have many doktor, muhandis, dentists, and people who give you really beautiful nose jobs. So yeah, those are all the 8 stereotypes that Iranians hate. I hope I was able to break some of them down for you. Thank you so much for watching Amir Codes. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and give this video a big thumbs up. I love you guys so much, Amir Codes. I don't know why, I just love saying Amir Codes. Damitun gam, have some chai. I have my chai right here. And until the next video, guys. Peace.